has blessed Polk County sports marketing for years is
BSN Sports. Huge shout out to them, Jack Simon and that their entire staff over there, Richard Rowdy Bush, and everything that they do for sports, not just for Polk County sports marketing, but Polk County sports all around and all the high schools that they're involved with. So great partners of Polk County in general.
Well, we've gone from one superstar to the next. Why don't you do the honors?
All right. Well, with a guy that really needs hardly any introduction in Polk County, but the star of Bartow High School's basketball team, Walter Clayton Jr., the accolades precede you. We've got Polk County two-time basketball player of the year from the Ledger, and now this year, amateur athlete of the year. Really appreciate you coming on, but in a year that there were so many questions, however, you guys answered all of them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys had a phenomenal season, and definitely one that didn't necessarily start the way you wanted to with a few injuries, but you guys definitely persevered.
Yes, sir.
So how'd that start for you? What was kind of the mentality? Were you looking to be more the leader from the bench whenever you were trying to nurse and come back?
Really, I was just trying to focus on my mental. It was kind of hard without basketball. So yeah, I was trying to be more of a coach. I've been an on-court coach, but off the court is way different. So I kind of got to step in Coach McGriff and Coach Austin and all of them shoes. So it was kind of tough, adjusting to that for a little bit.
Yeah, and definitely huge shoes to fill there. Trying to step into Coach McGriff's shoes. What has he got now? How many state titles does he have now? 4, 3?
He got a couple more than me. That's
a
all
couple
I'm
more.
That's all I'm gonna
keep
say.
it there. But and something that you also kind of had to do in your first state championship was kind of lead from the bench. In that state championship game, we got a chance to get out there and watch it. But coming into foul trouble kind of early, your minutes started to be limited, so you had to be that guy to kind of enforce that or keep the guys in line. What was your mentality going through that game?
Just stay up. I always been all my coaches kind of always told me whatever your mood is, however you act, then that's how the rest of the team gonna act. That's gonna be their mood. So I just try to keep positive energy going into the locker room. Everybody kind of had their heads down, whatever, but pick it back up. Me and Josh Simons, our bid from last year.
Yep.
Kind of just keep everybody motivated the whole game.
So you all definitely did, because like I said, I remember watching that game, and a majority of the game, I believe y'all were down, and then had to come back and push it through to overtime.
I don't think we led until fourth quarter in that game.
It was an amazing atmosphere. I mean, one of the things that has been awesome to be in Polk County, and you're a huge part in this, obviously, but was having the state championships right here in Polk County, and it felt like playing a home game, right?
Nah.
No?
Nah, it was way different in the home game. It was just, I don't know. It's just the court, the view, everything. It's just way different, so it ain't feel no. Nah.
Not even with everybody in the stands?
Nah, with everybody in the stands, now that part was
yeah.
home game. But it was just the feeling of it. It was just way bigger. It was, I don't know, it was a different feeling.
Bigger
it's
stage.
Hard to explain.
Well, that's a perfect segue into the next, what I want to ask. And because I am... got to tell you, I'm really impressed with this, because Rick Pitino, who you will be playing for, legendary coach at Iona, outside of New York City, New Rochelle, I believe is what it is. And, he recruits players not just for how many hoops they're making and all this, but the content of their character. And Pitino's known for that, and he's a disciplinarian. And all of that stuff. How excited were you when you finally said, I am going to go play for the legendary Rick Pitino?
It really ain't registered in my mind all the way until I want to say my dad said something to me about it. And Coach McGriff too, he said a little something. They kind of said something to me, and then it registered. I started thinking about his time in Louisville and all that. So I was kind of yeah, I'm going to be going to a good spot. As long as I put in the work, I'm going to be straight. So yeah.
You put in the work there as well as academically, because that's a big part of his, his focus. So,
yes, sir.
And it's a good balance too. It keeps you out of trouble, and and all of that stuff. We all resemble that remark. As you're growing up and playing sports, and this, that, and the other. But you balance the sports with the academics, and I think that's what an opportunity for you. That is just so cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm have to tell you, I'm really, really impressed.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a phenomenal opportunity, and one that was it hard to kind of make that decision and say, you know, after, you know, with everyone else that was recruiting you, was Iona, I mean, obviously at the end of the day, Iona prevailed, but how hard was that for you?
It was hard because I was hurt. So, like, I feel like that kind of, like, rushed my decision. I'm not going to lie. When I hurt my knee, I was kind of scared. Like, I didn't really know how the season was going to go or, like, how long I was going to be out. But it kind of forced me. But other than, like, I don't know. Iona was a little lead further than everybody else, I think. I kind of had my mind made up on them. Like, I looked at it, I was like, out of all the schools I got right now, this is most definitely the one that I want to go to.
Well, you grew up in Lake Wales.
Yes, sir.
And went to Bartow. New Rochelle, New York, that can get pretty cold.
That'll be different.
And that is going to be a different lifestyle up
Yes,
there,
sir.
you know, where there's no leaves on the trees. There's going to be snow on the ground. So you're going to have to either buy it when you get up there or take it with you because you'll need it.
Yeah, my mama got me shopping already. She getting me ready for it all.
Okay. Well, that's fun. You know, throughout your career, you know, you've had your ups and your downs, and it was interesting that you mentioned the, you know, the challenge of going to the state championships and playing in that facility, which is totally different. Okay, recovering from an injury and all of that type of thing. How has that prepared you for now, like, super high level of basketball? I mean, this could be your stepping stone into the NBA.
Yes, sir. I think everything, like, for me transferring, like, dealing with a lot of stuff, like, words, like, people were saying to me, like, even people, like, that I love, you know, like, kind of having a few things, stuff like that, and, like, mentally, like, with injuries and stuff like that, having to deal with it. Like, if anything happened in college, you know, I'll be able to, like, get through it, you know what I'm saying? Be able to, like, prevail, things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You're going to have some fans down here watching you, including me.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking for big and good things from you. You've got a fantastic opportunity, and
Yes,
I know
sir.
you're going to take advantage of it.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
Okay. Well, best of luck up there, and I hope you are, you know, the top guy, you know, when college is done and you get a great draft pick into the NBA. So you've got the talent.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Put it together, and you'll do well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.